welcome back. I'm Brandon Person. We are Black Butterfly Media TV. We're here at Hattiloo Theater honoring the awesome women who are going to receive, who are nominees for the Gyneka Award, which is offered and nominated to women who are exceptional, doing exceptional things in theater. It's about 3 years old now, I believe. Miss Rubio Gray, I have Miss Joyce Cobb here. I just interviewed Miss Tonia Stewart, and now we have Miss Irene Crist, who has done about over 30 years.
Yeah, I've been at the theater since I was 10.
Okay.
So, but in Memphis, it's been about 35 years now.
Okay. And she is also very adamant about teaching theater. And actually, a good friend of mine, Mr. Delvin Brown, she told me, actually I saw an interview years ago that she had done an interview, and Miss Mary Washington was interviewing her and Delvin Brown, and she said that he was one of her first private.
One of my first and always my favorite.
See, favorite. It's just good. Man, I wish I had jumped in the game earlier. Then I could have been a favorite. You know what I mean? But because our paths didn't cross until earlier this year, in All the Way, had a good time. It was a good show.
It was great.
Tell me. Okay, you said you've been in the theater for over 30 years. Could you? What were you doing? What were you doing prior to theater? Is that all you ever done?
It was all I'd ever done until I had to raise my little one alone. And when I ended up having to do that, I went into places that make a lot more money. As
Amen.
You know. And so for about 18 years, I worked for the city, and then I worked for the Commercial Appeal, and I found that I was able to use a lot of my theater skills, both in getting the jobs and
it goes a long way.
Yeah. There were many things that in theater that I was able to do for these other things.
Okay.
So for these other jobs, but I kept being drawn back, for a show every other year or something. So I never completely stopped, and I always taught.
Okay. And besides teaching and acting, do you do anything else in the theater? You said you do some.
Directing has become kind of my passion these days.
Right. I haven't been acting that long, but I can see why directing is a natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The creative side of you wants to kind of tweak it the way you want to, and the only way to do it is really to kind of get behind the camera.
I found that ultimately, while I love acting and I have tremendous respect for actors, I found that ultimately, after doing it for so long, I wanted to shape more than just my particular role for a lot of shows, and so that's what I've started doing.
Okay. Well, we're here obviously for the Gyneka Award that you are receiving.
I am.
I did not know how to pronounce that. Miss Rubio Gray had to. It's not Gyneka. It's not.
No. She'll
if you
school
see that
too.
on the YouTube channel, it's Gyneka, and it's not Gyneka.
No.
I don't know. We are in the midst. I know it's a serious subject, but we are in. You started theater probably during a time, or maybe just after a time, where things are a little bit segregated here in Memphis, and we're in the midst of some things right now at our while we're currently filming this that are kind of volatile, but also can be the opportunity for change.
Absolutely.
Are you able to speak to some of that?
Well, I feel like theater can be a real agent for change.
Yes.
And I'm doing 2 very controversial shows this year that I'm directing.
Okay.
And they speak to some of the issues that not these 2 don't speak to the racial issues that we're having right. Well, it speaks to the Muslim issues we're having because it's all the same thing. It's all the fear and it's just it's a very difficult time, and I think that theater has the opportunity to make people think and to do it in an emotional way, which is the only way you can really touch people.
It is a very personal thing, so I can completely understand where you're person on person. We got to get our dialogue right. We have to interact for this production to go steam forward, and you learn some things about other people, and I definitely have, because the theater community is very diverse.
Yes.
Very, very, and it's like one of the few places in Memphis where you go, you're like, this is everybody.
I completely agree.
Other than basketball.
Yeah.
It's just everybody.
Yeah, that's the only other area of Memphis that is
sporting events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
particularly basketball.
And we're very thankful to all the people who give money and are supporters of the theater community so that we can continue to go on with it. And I know we're about to start here, man. There was so much I wanted to ask you because I got a chance to actually work with this wonderful, wonderful actress. She played an awesome part. She played the wife of Lyndon Johnson in All the Way, and that was my first time interacting with her. But everybody there was professional.
And he was wonderful.
I feel like a newbie, obviously, but it was great. It was great. But we're here for the Gyneka Awards. Ms. Irene Crist, thank you.
Thank you.
I like sincerely for your time
Thank you.
and your education and the things that you're teaching us. Stay tuned. We're Black Butterfly Media TV. Our YouTube channel is. I'm Brandon Person. I got my own page. I don't know if I can shout that out. Can I do that? I have a personal artist page. If you'd like to go to it, it's BEE, separated by the word EZE. So it's BEE, EZE, 2 words. Thank you, Black Butterfly Media TV, Irene Crist, Gyneka Awards, Hattie Theater. Thank you so much.